What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Oh, weekend was great. Was down at my aunt's and had actually a pretty good time. I haven't seen them in a while. We try to head down there at least once a month or meet them somewhere half in the middle. But anyways, cleaning up that Sterling. So I was going through this and it was like a half-hour long video, and I kind of decided to go a different route with it. So I basically just sped everything up, and then there's a couple of like key moments that maybe I thought were a little more important. So I left those as like the actual video clips, but I feel like we didn't need to have a half-hour video of cleaning up sterling silver. So, oh, and one more thing, just in case you missed my post here. Bam, that is what I get to look at every time I'm recording now. Turned out great. I got some goodies in there. Got some goodies. Some really cool gifts. Anyway, let's get back to the video. I'll see you at the end. All right, what is going on, guys? So, it's going to be part 2 of our sterling. We have a little bit of an issue here. We've got some copper in there, and I really don't want to melt that into shot and then deal with a bunch of copper into my silver cell. So we're going to try and eliminate that as best as we can. So first we're going to go ahead and boil our solution here. Well, at least our silver and copper mix. Hopefully we can separate the silver and copper into just like a cement, so that nothing's really solid. So what I'll be doing is boiling it and then giving it a good stir so that everything is broken up real nicely, and then we'll just rinse it a couple of times with boiling water. Make sure we got all of our nitrates out, and just because when I go into hydrochloric acid, I really don't want any of the silver getting affected with it, and I'm not quite sure if we have leftover nitrates in there, if there's going to be some reaction where we convert to silver chloride. So we're going to start off with this, throw it on some heat, and yeah, give her a good cleaning, hopefully. Anyways, I was hoping to have this beaker clean because this is what I want my new silver cell to be. So I was hoping to have this clean so I could start making my solution and run the cell with our new shot. But, you know how it goes. Stuff happens. Nothing we can't handle. Heck at it. So, see a little bit of copper. It's really not bad. It probably could go one more HCl boil. Stuff is pretty hard. Yeah, I think That's copper. I think we should go one more hydrochloric boil. Because there's still quite a bit of copper. Alright, well, let's prep that up and throw it on the heat. Back in the lab. Let's see. We've got a beautiful blue solution over here. Everything seemed to settle out of it. And over here, you can't really see it. It's still green. Looks like copper's in there, which is good. That's exactly what we're looking to. Let's see here. Let's put that towards the back and bring this forward. So, I'm curious. So my hydrochloric acid is, it has a yellowish tint to begin with, right? And I'm just curious. This is a question for all you guys, all the refiners out there. When you boil your hydrochloric acid, does it go clear? Because if I boil this stuff, it'll go crystal clear, like clearer than when I start, like clearer than the original hydrochloric, the clean hydrochloric. And then this has been off for, you know, I boiled it for like 30 minutes last night, and then I shut it off, and then so I let everything kind of settle, and now it's picked up a darker green. So I'm just curious if you guys have experienced that in any way, and maybe you know the reason behind it, because I can tell you I sure don't. It's almost like it just drops everything. All the metals, all the, just everything. So I think if we have a little bit of copper in here, it's gonna stay. We will just do some distilled water boils on this now. It doesn't look too bad at all, actually. Not too shabby. A little red hint here, or a little red hue here or there. But I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. I mean, we could continue on with it, but I think we'll be okay. So let's go ahead and rinse this out. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is the second boil, and our solution is looking pretty clear. Look at that. I think we'll be alright with this. You can see how well that stuff sticks together. There's like nothing tagging along. Get a little bit on the top, not much at all. Alright, well, let's start to evaporate this and see what we got for weight. Right, well, let's get a weight on this. Here we go. Let's get this switched over to grams and zero it out. It's pretty dirty. Let me grab my gloves. This beaker has definitely seen better days, I'll tell you that. Alright, we're still zeroed. And I evaporated this stuff twice just to make sure that we got all of the moisture out. There we go. I think we should be good. And we can still see it does have a little bit of a reddish tint, so there's definitely some copper contamination. 260 grams. All right, well, there it is. Well, anyways, I think we have enough to start, because this is I want to say this is 150 grams roughly. So 260, roughly half a kilo. Definitely getting there, but I would say that's a good enough start for our cell. So hopefully I can work on that Sunday, and we can get some of that silver kicking out for our members and possibly a couple giveaways. Well, we do have, well, we'll talk about that upstairs. Hold on. What is going on, everybody? Man, 260 grams. 260 grams of silver. I think we got a couple of fakes in there. I'm thinking, how do we avoid that in the future? I'll have to look into that. Well, it could have been a lot worse. I'll tell you that. It could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse. I guess some pros to this whole experiment. Learned that you want to make sure you're putting pure copper in your silver nitrate solution so you don't end up with a big pile of goo, right? Ah, that was pretty gross, but we handled it pretty good. It's not super clean anyways, right? It's clean enough to run through the cell, and I don't think it's going to do crazy amounts of damage to our electrolyte. Obviously, it will turn a little blue, but it typically does that regardless. That's just the MO, right? But we did figure out how to clean that up, and it's not the end of the world. So I have another idea I might want to try later, too. So if this happens again, there's a nitric. I think I'm going to try like a very, very dilute nitric bath. See if we can dissolve, well, either one or two things. Is it goes right for the copper, and we can kind of just stir it and make sure we aim for all the copper to get out of there. Or two, we dissolve the silver, and it re-cements on the copper, putting copper in solution. So I might try that next time too, because it's kind of hard for me to say, let's go do that right now without thoroughly rinsing the heck out of that right now. But anyways, we'll go test the rest of that stuff. I may do some other videos. Gold is coming up. Gold collection. Just ordered a bunch of it. So, well, not a bunch, but I think I'm up to, let's see here, either 16 or 18 grams of carrot scrap. So, not tons, but it's adding up. And I'm really excited. So I'm thinking about doing, I don't know how much I'm going to get. What do you guys think? You think I should get like 50 grams of it before I do a good refining? I think that'd be a pretty decent drop, pretty decent video. But yeah, let me know what you think. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.